Hello students, welcome to my math channel MathWeb. In this video, I am going to explain question number 6 from Pearson Edexcel A-Level exam for Pure Math 3. This exam is taken in October 2024. Paper reference code is WMA 13/01. The function f and g are defined by f of x equals 6 minus 21 over 2x plus 3, where x is greater or equals to 0, g of x equals to x square plus 5, x belongs to R, real numbers. First part, find g of f of 2. For this is the composite function. First of all, you need to find f of 2. F of 2 we can get from f of x. Just replace x with 2 in the first part. Replace x with 2, we will get f of 2. So f of 2 will be equals to 6 minus 21 over, this is x, so we will replace this one with 2. So it will be 2 into 2 plus 3 equals to 6 minus 21 divided by 7. This is 2 multiplied to 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So 21 divided by 7 is 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. So f of 2 is 3. We can write g of f of 2 as g of f of 2. F of 2 is 3. So you can replace f of 2 with 3. Now g of 3 you can get from this function. We will replace x with 3 in this function now because it is g of 3. We will replace x with 3. So we'll get the answer as 3 square plus 5. Answer is 9 plus 5, 14. So this is the answer of first part of question number 6. Second part, find f inverse. To find f inverse, first step to find inverse function, replace function with y. Got it? So for second part, we will replace function with y. So let y equals to, our function is 6 minus 21 over 2x plus 3. 6 minus 21 over 2x plus 3. This is the first step of finding the inverse. Second step, interchange the y with x. Okay, we will interchange them. So x we will write over here equals to 6 minus 21 over 2y plus 3. What we did here, we replace x with y. Now third subject, we will make y as subject. Y as subject. Okay, so these are the three steps to find the inverse. How to get y value? Because this function is negative, this value is negative, so we will move it on the left side to make it positive, and x is positive, we'll take this value to the right side, it becomes negative. 21 over 2y plus 3 equals to 6 minus x. This x will be minus here. Now you can interchange these two because we want to get the value of y. It will be 21 over 6 minus x because it is dividing, so it will multiply to the other side, and we can interchange these values. So it will be 2y plus 3. From here you can easily get the value of y. Now move this value 3 on the left side, so it will be equals to 2y equals to 21 over 6 minus x minus 3. Now we can make the same denominator for both, so it will be 6 minus x. The LCM of both number is 6 minus x. This will multiply over there, and 1 multiply 21, we will get 21 as is, and this minus 3 will multiply with both numbers, we will get as minus 18 and plus 3x. This is 2y, and we want to get the value of y. This 2 will divide to the other side, implies that y will be equals to 21 minus 18 is 3 plus 3x divided by 2 into 6 minus x. Last step of the inverse function, this y is the inverse actually. Therefore f inverse x will be equals to, you can write in order, it will be 3x plus 3 divided by 2 into 6 minus x. So this is the inverse function, but this is not the complete answer. Whenever we are finding the inverse, this is the must part, that you have to find the domain of inverse function as well. If you don't write the domain, you will lose 1 mark as per mark scheme. Whenever there is inverse function, you have to find the domain. So how to find domain of f inverse x? You know the rule. Domain of f inverse x is always equals to range of f of x. Okay, domain of f inverse x is equals to range of f of x. and range of f inverse x equals to domain of f of x. So these are the rules you should know. How to find the range of f of x you can get from this function. We know that domain of x value, if you plug the minimum value of x in this function, you will get the minimum value of f of x. Actually, f of x, the values of f of x are called the range. Okay, if you plug the x value 0 in this equation, x equals to 0, you will get the minimum value of f of x. So this is the minimum value 0. If you plug here, it will be 21 divided by 3 is 7. 6 minus 7 will be equals to -1. You will get the answer -1. For x equals to 0, you know the highest value for x is infinity, because it is going forever. X is greater than 0, it is going to the right side, and maximum value we consider as infinity. So we got the answer. The minimum answer of f of x will be equals to -1 by using the minimum value of x. Now the highest value, as x approaches to infinity, the maximum value, you know, when we divide 21 by infinite number, the highest number, this part is always 0. Okay, this part is always 0. Okay, and here we will use the inequality, if you are using x infinity, we will get the answer 6 of f of x, because 6 minus 21 over infinity is 0. So 6 minus 0 is 6. So highest value is 6. The next thing is, this 6 included in this range or not? Let's see. Inverse function is given here. You know, in this function, if you look at the denominator, if we are using the value of x equals to 6, it is giving you undefined result. So 6 is not included in the solution. Okay, therefore we can write the domain of the function. We got the minimum answer of f of x, that was -1, and maximum answer we got in the function f of x, that was 6, but 6 is not included according to this result. Therefore we can write here domain of f inverse x will be equals to greater than or equals to -1 and less than 6. So this is the domain. This is the answer of second part. Hopefully you understand it. Let's move on. Last part of this question, solve the equation g of x equals to 126. Because this function involving g of x, so I'm writing this function in part C, g of x equals to x squared plus 5. G of x equals to x squared plus 5. And it is given in the question that, given that g of x is equals to 126. It is given in the question. Now use the value of g of x here. We get the result as x squared plus 5 equals to 126. Here I replace the value of g of x here inside the bracket. Now you want to find the g of x squared plus 5. So because this function is related to g, therefore you will replace x with this value in this function. Okay, implies that x squared plus 5, we are using x as x squared plus 5 because it is a square, so it will be a square here, plus 5 equals to 126. This 5 goes to the right side, it becomes minus there, so x squared plus 5 whole square will be equals to 121. We want to get the value of x, so take square root of both sides to get rid of this square, and it will be equals to x squared plus 5. We know that the answer of square root is always plus minus 11. Got it? Now we have two results. One is equals to x squared plus 5 equals to positive result, and x squared plus 5 equals to minus. One value we'll get from here. It will be x squared equals to 11 minus 5 is 6. To get rid of square, again we will take square root. Therefore answer of x will be equals to plus minus. This answer is always in plus minus. Why I am writing plus minus both answers? Because g of x function is x belonging to r. X belonging to r means you will take all the values, all real numbers. If this condition is given, you will consider only positive answer. Okay, but in this we will take both answers, positive and minus. So this is the one result. The other result we will get from here, x squared equals to minus 11 minus 5 makes it minus 16. You know, in real numbers we cannot take square root of negative numbers in real numbers. Okay, therefore we can reject this value. Hopefully you understand why we are rejecting, because we cannot take square root of negative numbers in real numbers. So this is the only answer for last part of this question. These are two answers. These are two solutions for this part. Till if you have any doubt or if you want to write any comment about this question, please write in the comment box. Thank you.